We hear that we live in a side hustle culture nowadays, and many of us who have entered retirement or early retirement have a lot of side hustles going. I see it all the time here in the RV park, but it's also going on in our 20, 30, 40, and 50-year-olds. Let's talk about what options we have today and how much I actually make in my side hustles. Today we are going to talk about side hustles and different things that can be done for extra money and how much that I make on the side hustles that I do on a regular basis. Now, I did factor in some of these when I planned to retire early, even though they are amounts of money that I can't always count on. I knew that there might be a little bit here and there that would be coming in, and I knew anything that would be coming in would be helpful. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and welcome to all of my returning viewers. I am Bonita, and I am from rural Kansas, where I live on an acreage, and I live out in the middle of nowhere. It is an hour to the nearest Walmart. With that being said, I am currently wintering in southern Texas in my RV, and I will be returning home at the end of April. So today we're going to talk about side hustles, my YouTube channel, my TikTok, and the different things I do to earn extra money while I have chosen to retire early. I started doing side hustles at 17. I raised 6 kids. They are now ages 25 to 40, and I always worked 2 to 3 jobs to make ends meet. I was very independent. I didn't want to be on state assistance, and I worked so hard to make ends meet in one way or another. For instance, even when I worked as a nursing home administrator, I would request days off for election day, and I would get vacation pay from my job and then get paid to sit on the election board at the same time for extra money. I did a lot of things like that. Most of my vacation days were taken off to do side hustle work to make extra money. They talk about retirement now having a lot of side hustles, that you don't retire fully, that you retire to part-time work or gig work. And I see that all the time down here in the park. There is a saw running almost every single day because there's woodworking going on all over the park. There's handyman services. People are mowing grass for money. They have craft fairs, and a lot of the women and men both make a lot of amazing things that they sell at the craft fairs. They have yard sales. There are lots of different ways that they try to bring in extra money, even though they are retired. And then there's going to be people like me, people who their kids talked into starting a YouTube channel and sharing frugal tips with people because my kids felt like it was important to preserve that history and get some of those tips out there to help people nowadays. I started my YouTube channel in 2021. I didn't retire until October of 2023, and I started my TikTok channel in February of 21. My kids encouraged me to start the TikTok to try to help with subscriptions to the YouTube. YouTube was really the thing that I wanted to focus on. However, TikTok has almost a daily video. Granted, it is a minute or so, but it takes some planning to come up with content to do that. And then I do 3 videos a week on YouTube on Monday and Wednesday at 7 a.m. and Saturday at 9 a.m. And they take a lot of planning, a lot of time to determine content, a lot of editing, all of that stuff, which I had to learn and teach myself. So stick around because I am going to share with you what I've made in 2023 from those different side hustles. I also have an interest-bearing money market where we have stored cash and tried not to touch it from the two businesses that we ran for 7.5 years, working 7 days a week to save money for our retirement. And we made $370.84 on savings from that in 2023. I also wrote 2 Depression-era cookbooks, 50 Frugal Recipes When Cooking on a Budget and 50 More Frugal Recipes by Bonita Bradley. That's on Amazon. The links are in the description box. I sold 116 cookbooks last year, and my part that I made off of that was $181.72. My costs for things to run my business for social media totaled $402.50 for the year. Another small YouTube channel told me that this is a labor of love, which I agree with because you don't really make very much money for a really long time. I didn't become monetized until December 24th of 2022. I also do a lot of rebates and apps. I've been asked to go into detail on those, so I'm going to do some of that today and tell you what I made in 2023 on those apps. I use the Rebate app, which is one that you can download. You can choose coupons that you want to use for the particular stores to get rebates. You can cash out at $20. And I only buy the things that I'm already going to buy or the things that are cheaper by using that rebate. I will stack rebates when I can, and the total that I made in 2023 off of that was $85.37. All of the links for these rebate apps and coupon apps will be in my description box. If you do choose to use that link, I will make a little bit off of that as you continue to use those apps. I also use the Swag Bucks app, and I made $45 off of that in 2023. It has surveys that you can take. It has a daily question where you can get a penny every day when you answer the question. It has daily searches on there. And at times during the month, there will be bonuses just for clicking that button. Also, games on there you can play for free to earn points, and then you can cash out at $5. I also use the Inbox Dollars app. It also has surveys you can take. It has games you can play for free to earn money. You can upload your pictures of your receipts, again, for money. You can cash out at $15. And I made a total of $15 last year on that. Upside is an app where you can use at restaurants and get cash back. You can also use it at certain gas stations and get cash back. You have to activate the offers that you want and upload your receipts within 4 hours. And last year I made $40.55 off of Upside, and you can cash out at $15. Receipt Hog is another one that I use that you take pictures of your receipts. You will get extra spins on their little automated casino, and you can win points that way. And you can cash out at different levels, but the lowest that you can cash out is at $5. I also use Receipt Jar, which is another one that I take pictures of the receipts, and you can cash out at different levels. But as my daughter pointed out, cashing out at $10, you use the least points, so it's your best deal. And I made $35 off that app last year. Receipt Pal is another one where you take pictures of your receipts, and this one is to earn Amazon gift cards or other gift cards. I use it for Amazon at Christmas. I didn't keep track of how many I got last year in points, but I used a number of them at Christmas to help buy gifts. You also can cash out at different levels for the gift cards, starting at $5. I also used a coupon app last year that I'm not using anymore because it started having items on there that were just too expensive and they were nothing normal that I would use. I made $4.65 off of that app. And then I use Fetch, which is another one that you take pictures of your receipts and you can cash those in for Amazon gift cards or other gift cards, and you can start at $5. I made $35 off of Fetch last year in gift cards. So that may sound tedious and it may sound like a lot, but I made a total of $320.57 plus the unnamed amount that I got off of Receipt Pal for gift cards for Christmas, which is probably like another $50. And many of them, all you do is just take pictures of your receipts. If you don't want to do anything else, use the same receipt, snap it on all of those apps, and start earning money. You can cash out. I also have links in my description box for affiliate marketing. Those are links that if you click on that and then you buy anything in the next 24 hours, it doesn't even have to be that product on Amazon, I will get a small bit of money off of that, usually just pennies. You cannot cash out until you get $10 in a month. So sometimes it takes me several months to get $10 on my affiliate links. And last year I made a total of $35.15. The total amount that I got for TikTok last year for those daily videos, sometimes I only do them 3 or 4 times a week, but most of the time they were daily, and I made $73.43. And then the total amount that I made on YouTube last year. So if you are a YouTube person or a small creator, and you're thinking about going into this, realize that you're going to put a lot of time in before you start making any money, if you make money at all. Some people get lucky and make money right away, but those that make money right away, sometimes their channels will die down after that initial burst, and then they're hard to maintain. You get paid when you reach $100, and until you reach that $100 mark, you do not get a check. And so for the entire year, last year, I made $644.30. And that was with me uploading videos 2 to 3 times a week, plus shorts. I tried to estimate how many hours I put in last year doing all of these side hustles, not counting the apps, just counting the cookbook writing, counting the YouTube planning and videotaping and editing and doing the affiliate marketing links and doing the TikTok videos. And I spent about 1,135 hours last year doing that for that small amount of money. So if you do the math on that, I made pennies per hour. So it is definitely a labor of love. But I wanted to put that out there. I've had a few people assume that I'm making enough money to retire early because I'm doing these videos. That would be great, but that hasn't happened. When you let the ads roll, we get paid as YouTube creators, and that's where we get our pay from, unless we have something to sell or something else for you to click on that you buy. And with me being a frugal channel, I try not to promote a bunch of things. The things that are in my links are things that people have asked me about, and that's why I've put them in there, or things that I've talked about that save me money, and that's why I've put them in there. So I hope that this has been informative for you. And if you are doing side hustles, just remember that every little bit does matter. So even though these amounts are small, if your passion lies there and if you have other things you want to do with your time besides working a 9 to 5, these things can come in handy and they can be helpful in your household, even if it's just a little bit. Thanks for watching today, and I hope to see you in the next video.